I remember when I was 14 or 15, I joined the track team, and just so you know, I was pretty slow. I was pretty ugly, slow young man. And I was in the locker room, and there's this other guy. He had already hit puberty. I didn't hit puberty till I was like freaking 18. He's same age as me. He's 6'4", built, fast guy, one of the fastest guys in America at the time. Well, high school. And I remember he looked at me and he pointed out my ashy kneecaps because I didn't know how to use lotion. I really didn't. And he pointed it out and everybody's laughing. And it's like, okay, I've experienced that before. But then what he did, he took somebody else's lotion and he poured it all over me and my clothes and all of my belongings and everything. And I remember in that moment, I felt kind of like disgusted with myself, even though I didn't do anything wrong, so to speak. Now, imagine having experiences like that all the time. Maybe that's something you can relate to. You're picked on in school. Maybe you're neglected by your parents. Maybe something even worse happened to you. But how do you think experiences like that affect how you approach your future social situations? Probably not in a positive way, to be honest. And so when you have experiences like these, especially multiple experiences like these, you're likely to develop social anxiety, right? I remember when I was younger, I used to always be playing outside with the other kids. Anxiety was like, what even is that? But as I started to become older and mature more and understand that people have an opinion of me, that's when I started to develop that kind of anxiety. And it would get really bad when I was 18, 19. That's when it really started to become a problem. I went to college and I would get there about an hour early because I lived far away. But I remember purposely sitting in the car and waiting to walk into class late so I didn't have to pass anybody because I was scared of just being around other people. I was truly scared of just not even talking to anybody. I didn't want to talk. I was afraid of talking, but I was afraid to even just be seen by other people because of what they might think of me. Maybe they'll try to beat me up, pour more lotion on me or something like that. And these were people I'd never even seen, just random people. And it affected the way I approached any type of social situation. I would much rather hide away in my room and play Valorant rather than actually try and go out there and make friends. I would go into stores by myself on the verge of tears. I would sit in bathroom stalls crying. And I'm 18 or 19. That's a sad life. That's the life of a loser right there. But it's a very real thing. And a lot of people struggle with it. So I'm going to tell you how you can overcome this social anxiety thing, okay? And even now, I still get nervous, but it's nowhere near to the extent that it used to be. So if I can go from crying in front of cashiers, you can do it easy. So social anxiety is what occurs when somebody fears or anticipates some negative type of judgment from other people in a social situation. So I used to be nervous going into the coffee shop because what if I try and grab my coffee and I spill it everywhere and then I fall down and die? That used to be a really big fear of mine. So that's, what social anxiety would be. But you have to ask yourself, really do some digging. Ask yourself, what negative experiences in my life caused me to have this social anxiety? And how are you fueling it? So maybe you were, like I said earlier, you were bullied or picked on in school. for being a little bitch. Just kidding. Not really. But maybe you were bullied or picked on in school or something like that. And as a result, you develop this social anxiety, right? But it doesn't necessarily end right there. Because there's people that have experienced that, but it doesn't affect them as negatively as it is affecting you right now. So you experience this trauma, and ask yourself, are you actively trying to go out there and meet people and put yourself in harm's way, so to speak? Or are you hiding? Are you stressfully avoiding fear so you'll never be able to relax into fearlessness? That's from a book I'm reading. But when you're hiding from this anxiety, that is what makes it worse. That's what makes it worse. And anxiety in itself is not a bad thing. Anxiety is trying to protect you. So you actually kind of have to be grateful for it. There's always something to be grateful for. But you can actually be grateful for your anxiety that you have, because it's just your brain trying to protect you from past trauma. So it's one way you can, one of the many ways you can overcome this social anxiety. The first thing is what nobody really wants to do, but you have to do it. There is no shortcut, okay? There is no shortcut to this. What you have to do, you have to expose yourself. You have to be in more social situations. Something as simple as going and talking to a cashier. Go to the mall, buy something, I don't care, buy some lingerie, do whatever. Go and say something more than just hi without even making eye contact. Actually look at the person. And something I say is, hey, how's your day going? Hey, how's your day going? It's literally that easy. And they might say good, or they might return the question, ask you. But it doesn't really matter so much what you say. It's that you get experience around other people. Because if you're anything like me, and you totally forgot how to interact with other people without being a weirdo, without pushing everybody away, you just need the experience. You just need the XP. That's literally all you need, bro. Something else that can help you is meditation. Meditation, or really just sitting in a quiet place with your thoughts, focusing on your breathing. This allows you to be more mindful, more at peace, more present. If you've ever been in a social situation and like your mind is like somewhere else, like you're AFK, meditation will help that. And when you become anxious, when I feel anxiety, you almost want to have like this self-awareness of it. Like almost like this third person perspective where it's like you're like the narrator of your story. And it's like, yeah, Julian's feeling anxiety right now. Like have that awareness. Because when it's so easy when you feel the anxiety to just start like hyperventilating like Lil Ho, and like, you don't know what's going on and you're freaking out. Relax your shoulders, relax your eyes, relax your face. You have to make a conscious decision to take a deep breath and relax. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it is possible. So when you breathe, you want to control your breath. Inhale fully and slowly and relax. And fix your posture, especially when you're anxious. You need to fix your posture because that helps you exude that confident energy, you know what I'm saying? Helps you relax. And for me, let's say if I'm anxious, I'll start to sweat. And I'll get nervous because like, oh my gosh, people are looking at me because I'm sweaty and gross and like, it's cold outside. But you have to make the conscious decision in your mind that whatever happens, no matter how much I sweat, no matter how anxious I feel, I'm not leaving. I'm not going to run away. We don't run away anymore. Look at you. If you're watching this video, you probably are tired of running away, just like me. the third thing that can help you with this, with overcoming social anxiety, is exercise and training. And that's, kind of like I wouldn't say a given, but when you do like high intensity training, whether it's sprint work or like running or boxing or something that really gets your blood pumping, it causes your body to like get used to that stress, that especially that mental stress, when you don't want to keep going but you keep going. Pause. When you don't want to keep pushing but you keep pushing. I experienced that the other day on the Stairmaster when I did in about 40 minutes. It's really like 10 minutes, but anyway, those are ways that you can overcome social anxiety, and don't expect this to happen overnight. Somebody that post a video on YouTube saying, "Oh, how to overcome anxiety in one easy step," or how to instantly be more confident. It doesn't work like that, and it never will work like that, because that's not how it works. If you've been struggling with this like me for years, for a long time, it's like a skill in a video game that you have to level up. At first, you start like at level 1 confidence. But the more experience you get through purposely putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations, but you do it anyway because you want to be a better person, the more you do that, then the more you'll level up, the more confident that you'll become, the more fearless you'll be. And fearless isn't not being afraid, it's being afraid but still doing it anyway. Being afraid and still doing it anyway, that's courage. So confidence is earned. It's not just given. Confidence that you're looking for is earned through taking action and through acts of courage. So if there's anything that you took away from this video, maybe you didn't even watch it at all, or maybe if you made it through all the way, that's pretty cool. You should subscribe. But yeah, if you made it through, help a brother out. Subscribe if you want like more content like this. But yeah.